Yo, yo, yo. What is going on?
Happy Halloween to my Halloweener friend, co-host, client. Hello, Eric. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Ty. A little bit spooked by that
Mm-hmm.
intro, but yeah, doing great, man. What a beautiful Hallows Eve. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? There is the sun shining. It's a little bit chilly, but nothing you can't handle in your brand new Skims men underwear, you know what I mean? Keep those balls
Hell
nice and
yeah.
warm.
Yeah, uptight to the body too. Tucked tight,
That's
where
right,
where the real
baby.
heat is. How do you feel about the new Skims Men lineup, Eric? I'd be curious whether you're going to be gift wrapping your waist or not.
Oh, stay tuned for the holiday season. I'll be gift wrapping a dick in a box, but
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, I don't know. I think it looks cool. I'm pro Skims. You know what I mean? I don't think a lot of men are willing to get on board with Kim K's ball hugging brand, but
Mm-hmm.
she's one of the best ball huggers in the industry. You know what I mean? She's has that hidden talent, and if anyone knows how to cup balls, I think it's Kim.
Wow, that's a pretty airtight argument, Eric. Believe it or not, I'm also pro skims,
Fuck yeah.
both for men and women. I think part of me believes that we shouldn't be trying to augment our body. We should just celebrate our natural shapes. But then if
What?
I'm but then at the same time, everything is about augmentation, Like I don't like when my sandwich artist makes a sandwich. I want them to style a sandwich. And that's a totally
Hmm.
different ballpark, like Quiznos style sandwiches. Subway just makes sandwiches.
Okay, interesting. So you're putting Quiznos above Subway in terms of sandwich artistry? Is that what you're saying?
Okay, I don't want to quite go that far, but I just think about how they wrap it a little tighter and they always include the pepperoncini pepper. And I saw this TikTok where
Oh,
it's like getting dressed for styling an outfit. And I
mm.
thought, oh, that's kind of like when the sandwich artist like goes the extra mile, when you get like the pickle on top of the sandwich with the spear fruit,
Yeah,
styling the
dude,
sandwich.
100%.
But bit of a
Go ahead.
tangent here from Skims, obviously. Skims will help men look better, and I think we're at
You
a
think
time
so?
when, yeah, dude, because it's gonna hug all the right places, and
Yeah, dude, it's gonna squeeze where it needs to be squeezed. It's gonna let breathe where it needs to be let breathed.
hmm
You know what I mean?
hmm yeah, much like the economy, men's attractiveness is at an all-time low, and it's been slowly eroding over the last few quarters. So I think this is good. And shout out to Kim for the timing, like dropping it right before Christmas when every girlfriend and sister on earth is like, what do I get my man's who has every club in his golf bag and every PlayStation 5 game that's been launched?
The fridge is packed of IPAs. I can't even buy him that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's great. It's great timing. I think up until now, Ty, I've been kind of like Calvin Klein pilled. You know what I mean? I've just been
Mm-hmm.
like, without really thinking too much about it, always selecting to go with Calvin Klein as
Mm-hmm.
the underwear of choice. But since then, I've branched off. You know what I mean? I've gone towards the Lululemon underwear like zone, and I gotta say, the fact that I've been wearing Calvin Klein for all these years is like, it's more tragic than what's happening in the Middle East. You know what I mean?
And are you saying that because you don't think that you are being progressive enough on the front or the
The
back?
front or the back? Yeah, dude, the front lines are a little too
hmm
snug with Calvin. No, it's just that the material. It's like night and day. You know what I mean? If I go a week wearing Lululemon underwear and then I go back to Calvin Klein, I'll feel
Mm.
like I'm wearing rags. You know what I mean? It's like not even close to the level of comfort I'm getting in the new mesh 5-inch Lululemon boxers. You know?
I completely get that, dude. There's so many like non-trad fabrics hitting the market nowadays. You got microfibers, you got like putting Calvin Klein on every time I do it. I feel like I'm like wrapping my ball sack in a dishcloth, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like my balls are like that little ant meme where he's carrying the stick with the
Mhm.
bag.
Yeah, just phoning it in.
Yeah.
Um, it's gotten to the point, Ty, like if I'm going on a trip, I will save a pair of Lululemon underwear for the flight. You know what I mean? I'll like put it aside so I don't accidentally like wear it before. You know what I mean? I don't want to like run out of Lulus before my trip,
Oh
so I
yeah,
have to
dude.
like, keep it on ice.
I'm on the same like I have a few pairs of sacks that I do the same thing with because they're my plain pair. We all got plain pair that you like a week before the
Oh
flight.
yeah.
You got that on reserve, retainer,
Hmm.
benching it until the playoffs. Don't want it
Exactly.
injured.
Yeah, it's like break glass in case of emergency.
Hmm.
It's like that's the only time you can wear them, when you're like you have to sit down for like 8 hours straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I wouldn't
dude.
want to do it in anything else.
They're kind of one-time
And
wears because after that you just have to throw them out. So it's
nothing better
unfortunate.
than a freshly opened, not even washed pair of underwear.
Hmm.
It's like straight from the plastic to the balls.
Hmm.
That's something amazing. It's one of life's few beautiful moments.
There are two schools of thought around new clothes. Is do you pre-wash before wear, or do you just hit it fresh from hanger to head?
Never pre-wash. That's a great way to ruin the first wear.
Your
Because then
best wear, really.
it goes from like off the rack to out the dryer, and there's no comparison. Like you'd rather wear it out the dryer. Like that's easily going to become it. Like as soon as you wash it, it just becomes another shirt in your closet. But when you
That's
like
true.
buy it and put it on, it's still like special and new,
So, how many wears do you normally
untreated.
do with a new shirt before you do like the first wash, the sacrifice, you pop its cherry,
um, Depends on what I do in it, I guess, but at least three wears. You know,
triple wear? Yeah.
triple wear. Yeah, but if it's a sweaty day, then just one. But um, there's always that phase. It's like the same as like when you get a new iPhone. Like you treat it like so well for like a month, and then after that
Mhm.
you're like throwing it around and stuff. With shirts, it's like you wash it gentle and then like hang dry, and after a month you're like throw it in, blast it in the dryer, and then like call it a day.
Yeah, it's really funny how your intention to care about an object is directly related to how new that object is in your life. That's why people are so good at raising babies, but then all babies, when they become teenagers, like slip through the cracks.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
It's like,
kind of the same
is it too
thing.
late to abort it?
Yeah, at 16, my brother in Christ, I think it is.
Yeah. But anyways, I say all that to say, Ty, Skims feels like it feels like the same level of quality as Lululemon underwear, and so I'm excited to try it. I will be purchasing a pair when the time comes, and I think it'll live up to the hype.
I'll probably get into it too, especially as the official NBA partner. Like if those guys can shoot hoops in there, imagine what I could do. I could
Shoot
probably
those.
my
Well,
high octane lifestyle of working from home on my couch definitely need him.
mhm. It's like puts on workwear to go like sit on the couch at home. It's like,
Dude.
why are you wearing a Carhartt jacket and Red Wing boots? It's like you live from you work from your living room.
Damn. Yeah, the only time the Carhartt even left the house is when I brought it home. It's
Yeah,
crazy. I
exactly.
literally have a Carhartt jacket in my closet that has never seen the outside.
Oh wow, yeah.
Hmm.
It's never even seen hard work.
No, it never will.
Um, um, Ty, today's Halloween. Are you dressing up as someone who does hard work?
It's really funny. I personally will not be. Prior to this episode, Eric, I was walking home from the grocery store. I walked past a
Mm,
construction site, and a construction worker with a vest and a hard hat flagged me across the street. While I
mhm.
crossed the street, I was walking alongside a woman dressed as a construction worker as a costume. She was wearing a hard hat and a vest, but she had like grocery bags. She was clearly not working. And I just watched the crossing guard give them such a deadpan look. Like my culture is not your costume type of vibe. so
Wow.
so I know better than to dress as a hard worker at risk of offending some of our frontline workers on the job today.
Hmm. That's true. You got to be sensitive when you put on someone's like culture as a costume, right? You gotta, because you
Mhm.
can't really win in this scenario. Like, even ghosts, it's like they're voiceless. They can't defend themselves. So you're kind of like picking on someone who can't fight back.
Yeah, that's not cool. Like, I
Exactly.
think that's a pretty strong take, pretty good argument for not dressing up at all, actually. Because in a way, every costume is an attempt to appropriate somebody else for your own benefit, you know?
I guess so. Um, I mean, in the case of like a movie character or something that's already made up, like
Hmm.
Jesus, dressing up as Jesus is totally fine because it's
Yeah,
just made up.
fictional. Yeah,
It's
that's a good point.
fictional. It's you're dressing up as a book character.
Yeah, totally. Like you can dress up as any Subway vegetable because that's not real either.
Exactly. You could be the tuna from Subway, but just like not be in a costume and be like, "Yeah, I'm the tuna from Subway." It's not.
Mhm.
It's not a costume. It's not real.
It's not real. It's all lies.
I obviously didn't dress up this past weekend, and I got away with it for a while by telling people I was a Grailed moderator,
Mhm.
and that seemed to work until some people who didn't know what Grailed was would look at me like really interestingly, and also like they
Mhm.
looked at me a little bit too long before they asked because like I was wearing like some like baggier trousers, and they were like,
Mhm.
I can't tell if this guy's wearing a costume or he's just normally dresses like this. You know what I
Wow.
mean? So they were like even asking me like what I was, and I was like, "What do you mean? I'm just dressed. I'm wearing a t-shirt and pants. Like what? Can
Yeah,
you explain this phenomenon, Ty? Why do normies think I'm dressed up when I'm just wearing my Lemaire?
it's because you, that's how you know you have a signature look, Eric, and you
Thanks.
should be proud of that. I mean, you could have told people that you were, like, destroy lonely, you know? Like, you're kinda giving off that vibe.
That is one of the okay. So every time someone asks me, I give a different answer, and like
Mm,
Grailed mod was one. Before that was V Lone Soldier.
nice. That's a good
So
one.
yeah,
Are
and
you
then
in the
people
ar
were like,
are you in the army, people ask you?
"Wow, that would have been a good one."
Mhm,
Just shave my head a little shorter.
mhm.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I think dressing up as a man, to be honest, is unacceptable. I don't think there's any situation for a man to put on a funny little costume. Are you serious?
Well,
Like,
I
imagine
disagree.
going to a job interview wearing like like wearing like a tutu. You know what I mean? It's like it gets absurd.
Oh, yeah, prayers for all our fellow men whose job interview fell on today. How do you navigate that social situation?
The
It's
same
like
way you would navigate it on any day. You know what I mean? Dress professionally, show up with a smile, good attitude, be professional. Know your facts, and that's it.
yeah.
Don't try to distract with a little with like a pink wig. You know,
You're not gonna, like, strut into that boardroom dressed like Ken, and you say,
shirtless with
"You
a
sh
fur
you"
coat might get you a job somewhere. You know what I mean? But not at
Mhm.
an office. That's for sure.
You could tell them that, you must be hired because anywhere else you'd be a 10.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Well, I
Um,
disagree completely with your statement, Eric. Okay, I agree with the
okay,
first
let's
half
hear
that
it.
men should never dress in costume, with the exception of the one day a year, which is Hallows Eve. I make an
Okay.
exception for Halloween because I think as a man, we are pressured by society to wear clothing that makes us fade away. We want to like disappear into the background of the social fabric as a man. Um, and I don't like that type of oppression, but I but I've been trained by the men before me that to do that. So Halloween is a chance to liberate ourselves of that social pressure and explore new goofy sides of ourselves. And I think that's really cool. It makes a more dynamic man.
I think Kanye said that Halloween is the only day where we're not wearing masks.
Mm, damn, he's so right. Because that's when like a little piece of you, that last puzzle piece in the back of your head, it gets to shine.
Yeah, it's the one day a year collectively where we let the intrusive thoughts win.
Hmm. But it's also such a great opportunity as a man to show off your wit and charm, which usually we don't get the opportunity to through non auditory mechanisms. You know. Now we have
I guess
a
so.
visual medium for being like, look how charming and funny I am as a man, more charming and more funny than other men.
Mm.
Mhm.
I don't know if I totally agree because you can be funny and charming without looking stupid.
Sure you
You
can,
know
but
what I'm
you know
saying?
what? You're the underdog then, because you're like just a normal dude on a day of
Put me in,
costuming.
coach. That's actually a good that's actually a good point. Are you up to the challenge? Are you able to be funny and charming? As funny and charming as the person wearing like a Hulk Hogan costume? Like are you able to like be as entertaining and like thought provoking as that guy? Just on your
Mhm.
lonesome?
I mean, you'd have to really put out. There is something about like the Halloween costume that is a little cringe. I'll give you that. Like whenever I'm at a Halloween party and it's just me and a bunch of other normal people wearing poorly put together costumes standing in a room, I always imagine like zooming out and screenshotting it. And if I looked at it later, it would look like goofy looking picture because everyone just looks like sad and in
Hmm.
costume.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, think about like 50 years from now when our grandchildren are going to look at photos of us, dressed up as Minnie Mouse and and like shit like that and be like, "Damn, we used to fight in wars. Men used to fight in
Hmm.
wars, Ty, and do all kinds of shit to provide for their family and now look at us. We're just drinking Trulies, dressed up in little girly little costumes with face paint." Like what?
Hmm.
We've
Damn.
strayed too far. We got to get back to normal. You know what I mean? Let women
Hmm.
dress up slutty and men dress up normally, and then we just have a good time. That's all that has to happen on Halloween. Maybe shoot some
I get
guns.
that. That would be cool. What if you dress up as a costume with a prop gun? Is that acceptable for you? If you like double down on like traditionally masculine qualities with your costume, or
Maybe,
is that bad because you're like role playing as a masculine figure that you should just automatically be like the dudes that wear like the plastic washboard abs. It's like my brother,
yeah.
just do a sit up.
Yeah, just go to the gym, bro. Yeah, you can do that naturally. You don't need
Yeah,
prosthetics.
just go buy a gun.
Exactly. I guess if I were to compromise on this a little bit, I would suggest elevating yourself through the costume. You know what I mean? Choosing
Hmm.
someone maybe that exists in real life or exists through fiction that you're like impressed by and is
Hmm.
like a role model to you, and then embodying them. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like dressing up like, I don't know, like Prince or something.
Hmm.
Somebody where you can like just magnify your own style, magnify yourself through that person, I think is like an interesting take on it versus being like a little girly little guy.
Totally get that, Eric. And that is exactly why I dressed up as Chad Kroeger this weekend.
You yeah, you nailed that because when I saw you, I was like, why don't you do this all the time? Like this should just be
Hmm.
you, like your new personality.
I felt so natural in it. It just felt
Yeah.
right.
It really did. When you walked in, you hit us with this like really deep voice, and so I thought you were like either Hulk Hogan or Dog the Bounty Hunter. Until you showed me the photograph. You said, "Look at this photograph," and I was like, "Oh, I get it now."
Dude, I got the photograph right in front of me. Every time I
Hell
look at
yeah!
it, it makes me laugh.
I'm sure LP loves having that on the table.
Yeah, it's going on the bookshelf for the
Hmm.
till the end of time. But I'm glad
Hmm.
you enjoyed the costume, Eric. I'm pretty happy with the concept and the execution. I feel like Chad Kroeger is an underrated pop culture character and deserved a little bit of time for celebration. You know,
Hmm. One hundred
underrepresented.
percent. 100%.
Hmm.
uh, Underrated artist as well.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? They don't deserve the hate they get. I'll just say that.
No, I agree. And I was never really a Chad defender until I put on the blonde wig. And now I'm realizing that uh, he doesn't deserve it at all because I literally
Hmm.
walked a mile in his shoes. I empathize with the man, what he's been through.
100%. Yeah, dude, I became a Chad apologist as soon as I got into Rock Band over
Mm.
the pandemic.
Mm.
I just realized like how many hits they have, and how fun it is to play those songs with your friends. I
Hell
mean,
yeah, dude.
it's almost like he was contracted by Rock Band to make those songs. That's how good they are.
I agree. Like, so if you are listening and you are also a Chadvocate, speak up. Let the world know. We need to change the tide of reputation.
Wow. Good shit, man.
Hmm. Good
So,
shit.
what are you doing tonight then? Are you going out robbing families of candy? Are you gonna go harass kids, shoot fireworks at cars? What kind of
Oh,
thing are you gonna go into a subway and I don't know, fire off some Roman candles in there? What's going on?
why did I think you were gonna say homophobic slurs?
Oh, damn.
Trick. Dude, the answer is D, all of the above. I will be going out tonight. I will be
Hell yeah.
roaming the neighborhoods with my dogs. I'm actually hosting a few people at my house. I've put together quite the cursed spread of food. I'd love to share with you the itinerary for tonight's meal.
Actually, yeah, I'd love to hear this. Is there like a barrel with like you gotta what's that thing in Halloween? You gotta like reach into a barrel and feel around for the candy, but there's like weird gross shit in there too.
Oh yeah, that's just my toilet, the upper deck of my toilet bowl. We're gonna bob for apples in there. Eat fresh, everybody.
Amazing. Yeah, dude. So what's on the menu tonight at Casa de Thai?
All right. Well, for appetizer, I'm making a like a caprese style salad, but all the ingredients are yellow with a few black olives. That's the twist. So it just looks
Oh.
like a bowl, like little bocconcini balls, little yellow tomatoes, and then like little black olives make it feel like a bowl full of eyeballs. It'd be quite
Mm.
uh eerie and unlike most color palettes of a salad you'd ever see, but it kind of looks like the color palette of the meat section at Subway. It's a lot of orange and white.
100%.
Yeah.
I think you should also I mean, I don't want to get ahead of your menu here, but I
Mhm.
think if time permits, you should source some fried grasshoppers or something.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Like legit have like real insects on the menu and then like just watch nobody touch them.
Damn, you think we live in like a society, but I don't think I could get fried grasshoppers on a moment's notice. I don't think it's possible. I'd have to pull some strings.
You might have to. I think all of the like Thai grocery stores spelled
Mhm.
Thai are closed today, but you might be able to get in a last minute order. Um, you could do a fun drinking game where you can choose between taking a shot or taking a cricket.
I love that. Uh, I'm trying to think of the name for it. It's like uh, cricket or lick it or something like that. You know. Damn.
Yeah, it's not coming to me. But what else is on this menu, Ty? What other ghastly creations are on
Ghastly
there?
creations. Wow, dude. Yeah, they call me. No, Frankenstein's the name of the doctor. That's Frankenstein's monster that we're discussing. And
Right, right, right,
the monster that I'm creating for the snackatizer, Eric, I'm dual wielding dips because I'm a multi-sauce guy. So
of
it's
course.
the same case for multi dips. Dip one is I make a signature hummus. It's very good. And I introduced green food coloring to make it eerie. It looks like
Mm.
Shrek's swamp. And then for dip number two, I made a very nice warm black bean dip, but I freaked it and tinted it purple. So it kind of looks like
Oh,
a witch's brew.
oh wow.
Yeah. So we're going to have some really interesting colors messing with the senses on the table. And then for the main course, it's just a simple pizza, cheese, but the cheese is cut into little bats. So when they're laid around and melted, they'll look like little bats flying around.
I love that.
Oh, and
Wow.
then I'm gonna hit you with the dessert, the chips and cookies of the meal. Um,
Hmm.
I made a Rice Krispie square, but I dyed it orange and shaped it into a little pumpkin ball. And then I made little green Rice Krispie square stems to put on top, so you can eat a pumpkin for dessert. Quite the
Wow.
spread, hey?
Quite the spread. I'm honestly very impressed. I'm trying to think of like more ways for you to like make it less appetizing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like can you introduce like spiders in some creative way? You know, there
Yeah,
should be
some
like
toenail
one.
clippings.
Yeah, you should do like what's that like chip like roulette thing where it's like one chip in the bunch is like deathly spicy. That could be a fun, scary way to get people to play chips, play and eat on
Do
chips.
you want to play chips with me? Yeah, except they're like one chip. I just like I don't know Left in my shoe overnight.
Yeah. There's that one chip challenge where it's
Mm.
like the box for the one chip comes in a coffin.
Oh yeah, I heard. Didn't a kid die from that?
I
I think
don't think
someone
so.
died.
I think that's
I gotta. Ch-
what the company wants you to think. You know what I mean? Just to add to the lore.
I think someone literally died. I'm checking right now. Chip challenge. Uh, yes, a 14-year-old Massachusetts teen named Harris Wallowbaugh, didn't mean to dox them online, uh, died from eating this chip. Isn't that insane?
That is pretty insane. Do you
Unresponsive
think?
and not breathing.
Oh,
How?
so did this guy have any comorbidities?
I don't know, dude. I
I
think he
don't. I
died from
refuse to
intense
believe.
heat.
Damn. I refuse to believe that a Dorito killed someone. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way
Mhm.
that like something sold at like Save on Foods can kill you
Yeah,
just
dude. It's a
by
tough
following
time.
the instructions. Like, he ate the chip. You know what I mean?
I'm sure it had many warnings on it, like a cigarette box, but maybe not. Maybe it advertised itself to children. Who knows? It's a tough time to be a parent, Eric. Like, I understand the helicopter parent mentality when a single Dorito can kill your child.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah, that's a good point.
crazy. You know who, dude, we got to talk about who else died or supposedly.
Whoa. Go
hmm
on that.
A good friend of the pod, Matthew
What?
Perry. Matthew perished
Damn.
nary a few days ago.
Damn. No new friends.
R.I.P. No new friends.
Um, Ty, at the activation on the weekend, prior to your arrival, we were going up the elevator, and there was a fellow resident of the building wearing a hoodie
hmm
stylized in the Friends logo, and it said
Mm.
"No new friends."
Oh,
And I
that's
was like,
cool,
"It's way too soon. It's the same day, like the
dude.
same day this guy died. You wearing the No New Friends merch? Like, how'd you even get that? Did you like Amazon Prime that?"
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Um, he must have had it on reserve. He saw this coming. He's
Hmm.
made a wager on stake.com about the death date, I guess, and he just hit a lick. I bet you there
Hmm.
was a few people out there, like a few friend groups that did Friends this year for Halloween, and like when they read the news, there was a guy dressed as Chandler at the time. That would be crazy. Like goosebumps on the back of your neck. You're like, did I take his soul?
Oh shit. Whoa,
hmm
that's crazy. But you said supposedly died. So do you think that there's a conspiracy here? Like, is he just like, I don't know. What happened, do you think?
Well, I've been following the online conspiracists very closely. They seem to have put together somewhat of an argument. Uh,
Okay.
in the days leading up to his passing, uh, he posted a bunch of times on Instagram, all pictures related to Batman, and he kept referring to himself as Matman. And then,
Oh.
do you know how he Matthew perished, Eric?
Um well, I heard that he either drowned in a hot tub or had like some cardiac arrest. Maybe both.
hmm Either way, it was in a hot tub. Matthew
Okay.
Perry's last Instagram post was a picture of him in his hot tub looking out at the night sky.
No way.
Yeah. And the caption is really intriguing, Eric. I'll tell you what the caption was.
Dude, I'm
'Cause-
looking at this now. This is insane, dude. Why is this guy posting about Batman and Batman plays pickleball? What the fuck is going on
Yeah.
here?
Well, like the post he made immediately before the hot tub, same day, the caption, it's a picture of the sky, and he says, "Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? I'm Matman." And then the post before that, earlier in the day, "Do you know what I mean?" And so there's something going on here where he's becoming possessed by Batman or something. He said in his book, I read this online. I didn't read his book, obviously, but
Okay,
apparently
good.
he refers to in one of the chapters of his biography about how he always thinks about the bat signal as a cry for help. And he would use that, or maybe he wouldn't use that, but he'd reflect on how whenever there was a bat signal, it meant someone was in trouble. So was he signaling to the world via these Instagram posts that he himself, Mr. Perry, was in trouble?
This is making a little bit too much sense, Ty. This is crazy.
And
But he's
yeah.
also referring to himself as the Mat Man. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So is he, unless someone hacked his IG and is claiming to have saved the day, you know what I mean? There could be some other foul play involved, Ty. But this whole Batman thing is really intriguing. I'm just like browsing through his IG, and there's lots of weird comments.
Yeah. I mean, it seems too fishy. It is like tuna fish fishy, Eric. I'm
hmm
not gonna believe what the coroner says.
hmm Do you think that this is a like Britney Spears conservatorship type of thing? Like, did he finally break the conservatorship and he's like posting like crazy again? And then
Mm,
like the powers that be said, we can't have this. We got to take him out. Does that mean like Britney
it's
Spears' days are numbered as well?
it's very possible. I give her, like, a couple more months.
Dude, have you seen what she's been posting? She-
Dude dude, you think she's, like, chopping up meat and vegetables the way she's knife wielding. She's like the omakase of TikTok.
Yeah, dude. Omakase, she's like a head chef that would wear their underwear like sagging or something.
Damn. Yeah,
Just like
totally.
nasty. Like
Yeah,
what the
it's a
fuck is this, dude? I'm gonna share my screen with you real quick. This is insane. This is like so troubling.
hey, dude, this video okay, Eric's showing a video of Britney with, like, very low cut shorts, doing some weird selfie dances. You know what? I think this is AI generated. There's no way this is real.
This looks like when
Why
you're
is
like
it
choosing your TikTok character. Or no, it's like you're a Fortnite character and they're like doing the
Mhm.
dances.
Dude, the weirdest thing about that oh my god. The weirdest thing about that video, though, is that there's a Christmas tree in the background, and it was posted 4 days
Oh.
ago. So she's already celebrating. She didn't even wait till Halloween ended, bro.
Dude, maybe that's her bat signal. She's like,
That's her
I need fucking Chris Kringle to come down my chimney.
I don't think so. I think this was made 2 or 3 years ago at a different time period, and it's being reposted now. There's no way this girl's still alive.
That's a
Oh my
good
god. Eric, there's a Christmas tree in that photo from 2 weeks ago.
this
Dude, when
one?
did Britney Spears put her Christmas tree up?
I don't know, dude. I'm so like terrified by her eye contact in this video.
Mhm,
Like the
mhm.
way that
Yeah,
Britney
eye
Spears just
shadow
like
too.
locks into the camera and you're just like I can feel like she's looking at me through the screen, dude. It's actually terrifying.
Yeah, totally. This is what Travis Scott's My Eyes was written about.
100%.
Is
Oh,
that the,
dude.
last, dude, I'm too fixated on the Christmas tree. Like, when did she put it up? This makes no sense. How far back does it go? Okay,
Okay, well,
4
it's
weeks
not in this
ago,
one.
no tree. You're right. During the knife wielding situation, there was no tree.
Oh my god, I didn't realize that. I didn't even
Dude,
see the knife. Holy
imagine
shit.
going to Subway and, like, the sandwich artist is, like, cuts your foot long in half, but does, like, a, like, Britney Spears-esque knife dance beforehand. That'd be crazy, dinner and a show.
Dude, this is like absurd. I can't believe this is real.
Yeah, what is going on
So,
here?
do you think that okay, I think the people who petitioned against her conservatorship need to take accountability here.
Mhm,
Clearly there was a good reason for that. And
mhm.
I don't know, dude. I don't know how I think a lot of people are losing money every time she posts.
Yeah, dude. This is a good, like, precedent for the keyboard warriors out there, you know? You
hmm
don't always want what you're wishing for.
Exactly. Don't get involved in other people's business. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Damn.
Dude, terrifying.
Don't free
Um,
Britney.
yeah, dude, lock her up.
Lock her up.
We gotta start the petition, lock up Britney Spears, man, because that's crazy.
Mhm,
But this is also pretty troubling. He's wearing his AirPod Maxes, Matthew Perry in the hot tub.
mhm. It's crazy.
That should have been a red flag from the beginning.
Yeah, dude, he's tapped into some death cab for cutie. He's really with
hmm
his feelings.
hmm Here's a conspiracy time. Do you think the other friends took him out?
They're not talking online. This is the thing. They're under either a gag order or they're or they're mourning is probably actually the most realistic
Yeah.
reason.
Subway is putting me in a gag order.
Every time I go in there, I'm gagging.
Yeah, exactly. But think about this, Ty. I'm pretty sure he did not go to the reunion episode. I'm just, spitballing here. Maybe they, defriended him earlier on than we are aware of. And maybe he was throwing the bat signal out because he was going to reveal some incriminating evidence or something against the others. And so they were like, you know what, we got to protect the brand. We got to ghost him IRL.
I'm pretty sure he was in the reunion. I'm just double checking. Obviously, it wasn't a memorable appearance, but if he did, maybe he said a few things that didn't align with the Friends ethos on life. Look
Hmm.
at that old guy.
Wait, is he
Yep,
here? Oh, he is.
he is there.
Damn.
He looks
Never
just the
mind.
same as he did in his 20s. Crazy.
Are you sure, man? He looks pretty bad. Everyone else looks like normal. Maybe it's just the
Dude,
plastic surgery.
Joey does not look normal. His hair is wispy gray. He looks like a wizard.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
Damn. He's wearing the
Well,
same Common Projects as you.
that's cool. I'm next.
I'm
Um,
next.
we will continue to report on this story as new facts become available. Don't worry, Think Fresh is on the scene, getting to the bottom of it.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get to the bottom of this. Um, I don't know if we'll be able to figure it out. I mean, this case might go cold, just like the cold cuts. But
Hmm.
in any case, stay tuned for more information, I guess.
I guess.
I guess so.
All right. I think we got to get to some trick or treating, Eric.
It's time to get tricking.
Hmm.
Breadheads, thank you for listening. Ty, thank you for co-hosting with me.
Of course, King. Think Fresh, everybody, and Merry Halloween. Ciao.
Ciao.